Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Cycles podcast with me, your girl Maeve Cheryl. On the previous episode, we talked about some embarrassing stuff and heartbreak, which is not nice. But on this episode, I'm going to do a Q&A. And guys, if integrity was a person, I'm going to be opening the questions I had asked you to ask me. I'm seeing them for the first time today. Let's get right into it. Let's see what we have. So, first question. It just had to be that. Ati, are you single? Anyway, yeah, I am single as a Pringle. So, any Kenyan celebrity you'd go out on a date with. I don't know by celebrity if you mean even public, like a public figure who's not necessarily not necessarily a celebrity. Um, but the first one that comes to mind is Otile Brown. I think he looks like a cool person, and I also think his Swahili would be nice in some way. And then the second person would be Joho. I'm not gonna explain why, but yeah, that's that. The last time I cried, um, I cry every day. What do you mean? But the last time I cried significantly was like 4 days ago, last week, I think. Have you ever gotten into a physical fight with anybody? I fight demons every day. What do you mean? But I've gotten into a physical fight with like I think twice in my life. The first one was with my younger sister. It's the latest actually with my younger sister, and I feel like that fight did a lot for us. We're besties now. We're literally best friends right now. Um, the other significant fight I got into was in I think I was in primary. And guys, the funny thing about this date, it at a date. I think it's because of what? The funny thing about this fight is that it was scheduled. Like I think we were my primary school was just full of drama. And then like guys, there's this nonsense of first Buddha, first last Buddha nonsense going around in school. So this girl was tall and huge and I was also tall and huge. So they pit us against each other and they made us fight. I'm not telling you how that fight went down, but mtu aliumia. Do you think it's possible to love two people at the same time? That's some street shit, bro. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. But if I'm to be honest, I don't think you can love two people at the same time. Most likely in such a situation, one person is you don't love one person for real, for real. If we're being honest with ourselves, like pengine you're just confusing feelings like last. I was going to say matamani. I don't know where that word is coming from, but you definitely don't love one of those people. But again, we're humans and we're very funny, and you you possibly can. I don't know, but for me, I don't think I can love two people at the same time. Again, another weird one. What's your favorite sex position? I mean, no. Uh, I like to be on top, but this depends. It depends if there's muscles. It depends if there's height. It depends if like the situations that facilitate you being on top. But if there's no muscles involved, if there's no height involved, then I think missionary is fine. You only have two wishes to make. What are they? Okay, I only have two wishes to make. So my first wish would be my first wish. First wish. My first wish would be to live a life that's aligned. Like I don't want to be like I don't want things that are not for me in my life. Like no, I don't want things that are not meant for me in my space. That's my first wish. Like for God to just allow me to walk in things that are meant for me. My second wish would be that my parent stays around longer. to probably see me through all the things I'll become and all those things. Um, Easiest way to piss me off. That's easy. Don't lie to me. The moment I discover you're lying to me, uh, the red alerts go off. Like I just, because I don't think I lie. Don't think I lie. Over the big things, white lies are okay. They're excusable, but like if it's some serious stuff, don't do that. And then my top three pet peeves. I don't know. I have a problem. Like, do pet peeves mean things that piss you off? Or my pet peeves mean? I need clarification. I need clarification. But to try and answer, my first pet peeve is I think bad breath. I think that qualifies. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. There's no excuse for bad breath unless it's a medical condition. Unless you're sick. The other pet peeve I have is when people put their hand up in class and then when they're picked, they say, I have a question. Like, that's why you raise your hand in the first place. So why do you do that? I don't like it. And then the third pet peeve would be my third. I'm trying to get it, but it's not coming. We'll get back to that. Any secret talents? I think I've mentioned this before. I can like move my ears. I don't know if you can see from wherever you are. I'm trying. Yeah, I can move my ears. I think also there's this thing with my eyebrows that I don't think a lot of people can do. There's that. And then yeah, I can switch accents. I could do British, I could do English, I could do whatever. And then we have if I could build my dream man, if you could build your dream man, what would he look like? If I could build my dream man, he'd be tall. He'd have a beard, and then he would have um clean, pretty fingernails and nice toenails. And then I know my friends are very happy hearing this from me. He'd be dark. I think I said that. But yeah, so much growth. I'm proud of myself as well. But yeah, and he'd be honest. And then alternatively, in case I have to settle, he'd be my height. Not so tall, not so short. And then the rest stays constant. Um, what does your dream life look like? My dream life looks like a lot of financial freedom. It looks like happiness, and there's a lot of family involved in that dream life. Be it my family with my parent and my sisters and my siblings, or even my own with whoever I get to build a family with. So yeah, love, financial freedom, happiness, and just peace. I don't want the grand things and whatnot. I mean, they're good, but simple does it. I don't know. Do you think men cheat more than women, bro? Why do you guys like to ask such questions? Anyway, do I think men cheat more than women? From where I'm sitting, I think yes. But I also have another theory. I think women cheat. No, I think men cheat more, but women cheat smartly. Like I think men would leave hints for you everywhere, like text and everything. But I don't think it's easy for like guys to catch onto a woman who has been like stepping out of the relationship as such. But to answer this specific question, I think men cheat more than women. Yeah. Five things you don't leave the house without. So first is obviously money. Why are you going without money? Um, I don't leave my house without lip gloss. I also don't leave the house without what else do I not leave the house with? I don't leave the house without a pen and a notebook. I know it's weird, but yes. And then what else? My phone. Yeah, I don't leave the house without my phone and sometimes a charger. Yeah. If you could change one thing about you, what would it be? If I could change one thing about me, what would it be? I think I would change the fact that sometimes I really put a lot of emphasis on what outsiders think. Like before I do something or before I step into something, I'm like, what are they gonna think? What are they going to say? And all those things. So I think I'd change that about myself. I'd try to care less and just do what makes me happy. And then the most embarrassing thing you've done. Eh, there've been a lot. There've been a lot. But the first and most embarrassing thing I've ever done is join M Global. I think I've told you guys that story, and it disgusts me to date. The other embarrassing thing I've done, the other embarrassing thing I've done is to try and rekindle stuff or like try and forgive someone who has cheated. I think that's very embarrassing. The rest of the stuff I'm going to take to the grave with me. I'm not telling you. And then three key lessons I've learned so far. This question is very general. So I think it's three life lessons, maybe. I'll just create my own questions so I can be able to answer it. Um, First is life goes on, obviously, regardless of whatever situation. The second thing is that the second life lesson I've learned. Oh my god, this question is too deep. I feel it's too deep. Um, Life goes on. The second lesson I've learned is just trust in yourself, believe in yourself to the extent that it's delusional, even like just go all out. And then did you say three? Yeah, I said three. Three, another key lesson I've learned is no one cares. I think no one cares. Yeah, no one cares. Just do your stuff, be yourself. Yeah. Three song titles with letter R. This one is a weird question. Like, how do you sit and just think of? But there's a word that's I can see in my head. Rombosa. I don't know if there's a song. I don't know if there's a song with. No, there's no. Ro, Rolly Girl. I don't know if I'll confirm if the title of that song is Roll It. No, I know. There's Girl, I love the way you roll it. See how you control it. Yeah. So I've said two. There's that roll it that will confirm, and then there's this roll it for P square, and then another one. Hey, hey, hey. Retware aku. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But sawa. What would you tell 10-year-old Maeve? What was 10-year-old Maeve doing? She was in class 5. What would I tell her? In class 5 was messy. No, I'd tell her it was messy because she was failing math. I tell her it only gets hard. I tell her math only gets hard from there. But anyway, no, I'd tell her that she was gonna be very passionate about music. I don't think 10-year-old Maeve at that time knew she was going to have she was going to write her own music. She didn't know she was able to have her own podcast. So I'd tell her it gets worse and it also gets better. Worse in terms of like the math area because I don't think my mathematical my journey with math got any better from there on. But life wise, it gets better, Maeve. If I could come back as anything else, what would it be? If I would come back as anything else, I think I'd come back as Beyonce because I already know how it feels to like be excellent and like thrive and be successful ish, but I'd like to experience the same in systems that work. Like I'd love to be talented. I'd love to work on my talent in an environment that facilitates growth and all those things. So in my next life, I would come as Beyonce so I can experience how it feels to be double great. And then dream destination. I don't know. I'm seeing beaches in my head. It's beachy definitely, and a lot of trees and a lot of quiet. So this would probably be I don't want to say Maldives because it's it's cliche, yeah. But we'll go with that. We'll go with Maldives. We'll go with Maldives. But yeah, we'll go with Maldives. Then the other question is, do you think you'll cane your children if ever? I mean, I got a bit of smacking, so most definitely. I'll hand them the same, if not, okay, no, not the same really. But yeah, if the situation calls for it, I think it's fine, reasonably. But also, I can't say for sure because it will also depend on the version of me that will be when the children come, because I think I've seen it with like family members and stuff when they're like, mbona uchapi huyu mtoto, when they're misbehaving, mbona uchapi huyu mtoto or something. And then when they got their own kids, the story changed. They barely even lift their hands to like cane their children and whatnot. So I believe in caning, not ruthlessly, but to some extent. But again, I leave it at it depends on like what version of me would exist at that time. Hey, this one is crazy. Have you borrowed money you haven't returned? I mean, I've borrowed money before. Everyone has borrowed money. Uh, have I returned? Yes, I have returned some, and no, I haven't returned some as well. And I think the ones I didn't return, I was very clear that I'm not able to. So yeah, my favorite subject in high school. My favorite subject in high school is probably history, history or CRE. I don't know why. They were so easy. That's so easy. That's why. That's so easy. So history, but history takes it. And then my worst high school memory. God, this okay. It's the last question, and it's taking me back to a lot. But my worst high school memory has to be the bell. The bell was nasty. I could even hear the bell like before time. So there's I have like I'll to answer this I'll give like three because I think yeah three. So the bell was nasty, and then my friendships in high school were very tricky. So even those ones still trigger me to date. So yeah, my friendships and how I handled them at that time. Uh, no, and then the my worst high school memory is my first punishment, obviously. My first punishment was embarrassing. I tried to be so nice the whole time, and then I got booked. Okay, it used to be called booking. Like you get booked for a punishment. And I got booked over a cover. Yeah. So it was a bit embarrassing. But anyway, I think I'm done with those questions. I don't think I've left anything out except the pet peeve part, and anything. There's still nothing coming to my mind. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you get to know about me the more we go into the podcast. And yeah, goodbye. See you in the next episode.